Hey guys, we learned some basic concepts of accounting in our previous session. We learned about the different types of accounts and their rules of accounting. In this session, we are going to learn more details of how a transaction is recorded. As per the modern approach, all the accounts are divided into 5 basic categories for the purpose of recording transaction. These 5 categories are asset, liabilities, capital, expenses or losses, and revenue or gains. Let's understand each of these into detail and the rules of accounting as per the modern approach. First is the asset. The modern approach says debit an increase in asset and credit a decrease in asset. Let's understand this with the help of an example. Furniture worth Rs 5,000 purchased by cash. In this case, furniture denotes an increase in asset, so we debit the furniture account, and cash denotes a decrease in asset, so we credit the cash account with Rs 5,000. Next is the liabilities. The modern approach says debit a decrease in liability and credit an increase in liability. Let's see this with the help of an example. Goods purchased from Ram for Rs 10,000. In this case, a liability is created, so we credit the Ram account and debit the purchase account, denoting the increase in stock for Rs 10,000. Later, amount due to Ram is paid by the bank. This means the liability is decreased, so we debit the Ram account and credit the bank account with Rs 10,000. Next is the capital. The modern approach says debit a decrease in capital and credit an increase in capital. But before that, let's understand what is capital. Capital means a net worth of a business at a specific point in time. It shows what is left to the owners after all liabilities are settled. We calculate capital by deducting the total amount of liabilities from the total amount of assets. Do you know what is drawings? Yes, the money withdrawn from a business by its owners is called drawings. It shows the reduction of owner's capital in the business. Now we know that drawings denote a decrease in capital, so we debit the drawings account. Let us now see an example. Rohit started business with cash of Rs 5 lakh. In this case, capital is increased, so we credit the capital account with Rs 5 lakh. Later, the amount of Rs 50,000 is withdrawn from the business, which we know is called drawing, so we debit the drawing account with Rs 50,000. Next is the accounting for expenses or losses. The modern approach says debit an increase in expense and credit a decrease in expense. Let's understand this with the help of an example. Rent of Rs 2,000 per month paid by cash. In this case, rent is an expense for the company, so we debit the rent account with Rs 24,000. But do you know why 24,000? Yes, this is because 2,000 per month multiplied by number of months, that is 12. Last is the accounting for revenue or gains. The modern approach says debit a decrease in revenue and credit an increase in revenue. Let's see this with the help of an example. Goods worth Rs 75,000 sold for cash. This denotes an increase in revenue, so we credit the sales account with Rs 75,000. Let us now see what's the general accounting procedure that the companies follow. The accounting procedure starts with the preparation of journal entries. These are then posted to their respective ledger accounts. Thereafter, a trial balance is prepared, and from these balances, profit and loss account is created and final profit or loss is ascertained. After successful completion of the above process, the final balance sheet of the company is drafted. Do you know what are the bases of accounting? Yes, there are two bases of accounting. First is the cash basis and second is the accrual basis. The cash basis says that a transaction must be recorded when payment is received or made rather than when they occur, while an accrual basis says that a transaction must be recorded whenever they occur, irrespective whether the payment is received or not. In accounting, we follow the accrual basis. Let's start with step 1 of accounting, that is the journal. Do you know why journal is called the book of original entry? This is because the transaction is recorded for the first time in journal. This means the transactions are recorded in the chronological order, that means date-wise as and when they take place. The format of journal is date, particulars, LF standing for ledger folio, debit amount and credit amount. But before that, let's understand some basic terms relating to journal. First is journalizing. The process of recording transactions in journal is called journalizing. Very simple. Next is the ledger folio. It records the page number of the ledger book on which relevant account appears. It can be compared to a general index. Yes. Next is the narration. The brief description of a transaction is called narration. Do you know, while preparing journal, we have to provide a narration after each journal entry. At the end of the page of a journal book, the amount columns are totaled and carried forward to the next page, where such amounts are recorded as brought forward balances. This means that the page on which the accounts are totaled will show a carried forward balance, while the next page will show a brought forward balance. We are now equipped with some basic knowledge relating to journal. Let's move forward for more. The journal entries are classified into two. First is the simple journal entry, in which only two accounts are involved to record a transaction. Next is the compound journal entry, which we obviously understand, in which more than two accounts, or we can say multiple accounts, are involved to record a single transaction. For example, goods worth Rs 30,000 purchased from Rohan. In this case, the entry is purchase account debit and Rohan account is credited with Rs 30,000. If you see, only two accounts are involved in this entry. So this entry is called a simple journal entry. In the example 2, goods worth Rs 30,000 are purchased from Rohan and 10,000 are paid immediately. So an additional account appears, that is the cash account with Rs 10,000. Now if you notice, three accounts are involved, that is more than two accounts are involved in a single journal entry. This is called a compound journal entry. We are now prepared to understand the preparation of journal with the help of an illustration. The first point says business started with cash Rs 2 lakh. We know that capital account is credited when it is increased. So we credit the capital account with Rs 2 lakh. Also, if you notice, a brief description of the transaction is mentioned just below the transaction. This is called the narration. Next point says stationery purchased for cash of Rs 5,000. In this case, the asset is increasing. So we debit the stationery account with Rs 5,000. Bank account opened with SBI for Rs 15,000. In this case, bank account is debited and cash account is credited with Rs 15,000. Goods purchased from Sita Rs 32,000. In this case, stock is moving into the business, which denotes an increase in asset. So we debit the purchase account with Rs 32,000. Also, if you keep noticing, we mentioned narration for each of the business transaction. Next is goods sold to Priya for Rs 12,000. In this case, revenue is being increased. So we credit the sales account with Rs 12,000. Priya paid Rs 10,000 from bank and 2,000 in cash. Now we know that for this transaction we have to make a compound journal entry in which more than two accounts are involved. Bank account debit, cash account debit to Priya account. 10,000, 2,000 and 12,000. Also we have mentioned the narration. Paid rent of Rs 2,000. In this case, rent is an expense for the company, so we debit rent account with Rs 2,000. cash withdrawn for household purpose rupees 5,000. Do you know what is it called? Yes, the drawings account. So we debit the drawings account and credit the cash account with rupees 12,000. Commission paid rupees 1,000 by check. This is an increase in expense. So we debit the commission account with rupees 1,000. Interest received in cash rupees 4,200. This is an increase in gain. So we credit the interest account and debit the bank account or the cash account with rupees 4,200. We are now understood with the basics of journal. The syllabus for class 11 includes accounting for sole proprietorship business, in which a single person is the owner of the business. Further, accounting for partnerships and companies shall be discussed in class 12. Hope you understood some basics of recording a transaction. We'll learn these in detail in our later sessions. For your queries, if any, feel free to mention them in the comment box. I'll try and cover each of them further. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you.